At Dior's Fall 2023 Haute Couture show, 67 models strode down the catwalk at the Musée Rodin, wearing a sea of neutrals, all constructed in pristine and classical shapes. There were tunics, peplums, capes, and stoles, all done up with barely any embellishment. In this way, creative director Maria Grazia Chiuri the script on couture by presenting a collection that was steeped in simplicity. The sheath cape dresses without an ounce of embellishment seemed like they'd be catnip for the Dior Couture client. Everyday winter fabrics like wool and cashmere, meshed with the smallest hint of sparkle, barely visible to the eye upon first glance. Pearls, a symbol of purity, were used with much restraint. In the wild world of haute couture, it often feels like bells and whistles are king. Chiuri's collection, therefore, felt like a rebellion, peeling back the layers, removing all the extra toppings, and revealing something simple, subtle, and true to the creative dialogue she's created since beginning her tenure at Dior in 2016. The show notes describe the collection as refining to perfection the sartorial elements that can be described as archetypal. And many of the pieces presented looked strikingly everyday. Cocoon-like coats and pleated blouses with empire waists offered up a new take on fashion that felt both seasonally transient and classic. Sheer gowns hinted at many of Dior's collections of the past, in particular, the references taken from Grecian aesthetics. By perpetuating the cult of the goddess and reinterpreting the founding emblems of antiquity, the défilé becomes a contemporary ritual, illustrating the strength and fragility of femininity, which supports and sustains the community we form, the show notes explained. It also wouldn't be a Dior show without an immersive art collaboration. For the occasion, the label linked with Marta Roberti, who turned the runway into a painting riffing on the poses and iconographies of goddesses. Giant women, fronds, and exotic birds covered the venue. If it were any other brand, or even a ready-to-wear collection, some might perceive this collection as too simple. But Maria Grazia Chiuri excels at catering to her vision of the Dior customer, as well as reworking the preconceived ideas of women's clothing. Many of the pieces presented in the collection were most appealing in their wearability. Who's to say couture should only be reserved for red carpet events? Sometimes, basic is a good thing. But, as we know, Maria Grazia Chiuri can do a lot more than what she does so well here. We can only suspect that this is more of a financial decision from LVMH. Clothes that take creative risks also take financial risks. We get it. But it's a curious irony that in opting for a perceived sense of timelessness, these contemporary couture collections from the biggest brands actually reflect the most impactful contemporary meta-trend in the fashion industry. How it is becoming more and more corporate. Do you agree? Thanks for your watching. Your Valerie.